Good morning, boys and girls. It's Miss Mary from Decatur Public Library, and we're so glad to have you joining us this summer for our Tales and Tales story times. Our program today will be called Just Be Yourself. It is important to be who you are and not try to just please other people all the time. We're going to be reading two books today published by Simon & Schuster. We'll be reading Marsupial Sue by John Lithgow, illustrated by Jack E. Davis. And we'll also be reading one that I really like, Little Quack's New Friend by Lauren Thompson, illustrated by Derek Anderson. Boys and girls, we're also going to sing a couple of songs today, and I want to also share with you a craft. You can come by this week to the library and pick up a craft. Now, you saw one of our books is going to be about ducks. This craft has different types of animals already cut out and colorful and in a bag. All you have to do is color their clothespin legs. So for a duck, you're probably going to want to take an orange magic marker and color the crayons, color the marker on the leg and make that duck a little leg to waddle on. You have other animals too. For the birds, you want one leg. For animals like the cow, you're going to want to put two legs on. So you'll color these maybe brown or white, whatever color you think this cow should have for legs. And you can make them act out a program maybe on your table or something. Boys and girls, we're going to start out with the book Marsupial Sue. Now, a marsupial is an animal like a kangaroo that has a pouch on its front for its babies to live in. And Marsupial Sue has to learn a really important lesson in this book. Marsupial Sue, a young kangaroo, hated the hopping that kangaroos do. It rattled her brain. It gave her migraine, a backache, side ache, tummy ache too. One morning in May, she wandered her way away, leaving her relatives grazing on hay. What did she see way up in a tree? Koalas gaily at play. And suddenly Sue was convinced she had found a way to escape all that bouncing around. She climbed to the top. She heard a loud pop, and howling in pain fell again to the ground. I don't think Sue is made to hang upside down in trees, do you? Marsupial Sue, a lesson or two. Be happy with who you are. Don't ever stray too far from you. Get rid of that frown and waltz up and down beneath a marsupial star. If you're a kangaroo through and through, just do what kangaroos do. With summer at hand, the weather was grand, so Sue stole away from her kangaroo band. Combing the shore, she heard someone snore, a platypus asleep in the sand. And in case you don't know, boys and girls, all the animals in this book live in Australia. Kangaroos and a platypus, koalas. How cozy, she said, completely misled, ignoring the probable trouble ahead. How perfect for me, a life by the sea, all snug in a watery bed. Uh-oh, she's going to try to eat food that kangaroos don't normally eat. So she flopped in the mud with a thud and a shout. She swallowed a scallop, a shrimp, and a trout. But by 1:45, the poor kangaroo had typhoid, pneumonia, colic, and gout. She is a very sick kangaroo. Marsupial Sue, a lesson or two. Be happy with who you are. Don't ever stray too far from you. Get rid of that frown and waltz up and down beneath a marsupial star. If you're a kangaroo through and through, just do what kangaroos do. She still hasn't learned that, has she? She still hasn't learned to be happy as a kangaroo. That autumn, once more, she got to explore a creature she'd never laid eyes on before. A version of her in miniature, a wallaby with cousins galore. And a wallaby is another Australian animal, very much like a kangaroo, but so tiny. Before very long, Sue joined in the throng, flouncing and jouncing and bouncing along. Happy and free, she shouted with glee, "At last I'm where I belong." Then she looked at the wallaby, sprightly and small, exactly like her, only not quite so tall. She widened her eyes and cried with surprise, "A kangaroo's life's not so bad after all." Marsupial Sue, no longer so blue, you're happy with who you are. You'll never stray too far from you. You're rid of that frown, so waltz up and down beneath a marsupial star. You are a kangaroo through and through, so do what kangaroos do. You are a kangaroo through and through, so do what kangaroos do. And there's even a little tune at the back that you can sing along with Marsupial Sue. Now, boys and girls, we have a song to sing, and Miss Nina sings this on mymissnina.com if you want to watch it. There are many, many verses, but we're only going to sing about 4 verses. The first one is going to have a kangaroo. The second one is going to be a bear combing his hair, and then we'll have a whale with a polka dot tail, and we'll have a llama eating his pajamas. If you haven't already guessed, it's called Down by the Bay. And we're going to use a shaker. So if you have anything at home that rattles, grab it and you can sing along with me. Are you ready? Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare not go. For if I do, my mother will say, "Did you see a kangaroo tying its shoe down by the bay, down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say." Did you ever see a bear combing his hair down by the bay, down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say. Did you ever see a whale with a polka dot tail down by the bay, down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say. Did you ever see a llama eating his pajamas down by the bay? That might be the silliest one of all. I like the silly songs like that, don't you? All right, we're going to read another book about being yourself. Even if you're different, that doesn't mean you're bad, right? This is called Little Quack's New Friend, and once again, we're grateful to Simon & Schuster for allowing us to read it. It's by Lauren Thompson and illustrated by Derek Anderson. And if you like this book, we have more books by Lauren Thompson and at least one other about Little Quack. I love Little Quack. Mama Duck had 5 little ducklings, Whittle, Waddle, Piddle, Puddle, and Little Quack. They all played together in the cool, shady pond. One day, out jumped a teeny green frog. "Ribbit, Ribbit, I'm Little Ribbit," he said. "Can I play?" Now, I think they should say yes, don't you? "No way," said Whittle. "You're too tiny." "And you're too green," said Waddle. "And you can't quack," said Piddle. "And you're a frog," said Puddle. "That's okay," said Little Quack. "I want to play." Little Quack's a good friend, isn't he? So, quack, quack, ribbit, ribbit, 2 little friends went off to play. Over by the reeds, Little Ribbit said, "Let's splash." "I love to splash," said Little Quack. "Splishy splosh." "Can I splash with you?" asked Whittle. Whittle thought they were having fun, right? "Sure," said Little Ribbit. Splishy splashy splish, splashed 3 wet friends. Over in the mud, Little Ribbit said, "Let's squish." "We love to squish," said Whittle and Little Quack. Squashy, squishy, squash. "Can I squish with you?" asked Waddle. "Of course," said Little Ribbit. Little Ribbit's a good friend too. He doesn't tell them they can't play with him just because they left him out. Squashy, squooshy, squashy, squoosh, squished 4 muddy friends. Up on the log, Little Ribbit said, "Let's bounce." "We love to bounce, said Whittle, Waddle, and Little Quack. Boingo, poingo, boingo, poing. Can I bounce with you? Asked Piddle. Why not? Said Little Ribbit. Boingo, poingo, boingo, poingo, boing. Bounced 5 happy, hoppy friends. Down by the lily pads, Little Ribbit said, let's dunk. We love to dunk, said Whittle, Waddle, Piddle, and Little Quack. Plunka, splunka, plunka, splunka, plunk. Can I dunk with you? Asked Puddle. Come on over, said Little Ribbit. Plunka, splunka, plunka, splunka, plunka, splunk. Dunked 6 bottoms up friends. Then Whittle said to Little Ribbit, you know what? It's okay if you're tiny. And it's okay if you're green, said Waddle. And it's okay if you can't quack, said Piddle. And it's okay if you're a frog, said Puddle. We all like to play, said Little Quack. Then, splishy, splashy, squashy, squooshy, poingo, boingo, plunka, splunka. How they played. Hooray for Little Ribbit, our ribbity new friend. I think all those ducks learned a lesson today, don't you? And we have a song that we're going to sing that starts with a ducky. And this is from mymissnina.com if you want to look it up. We'll be singing about a duck, and then a doggy, and then a lion. Now we know what a duck says, right? It says quack, quack. A dog says ruff, ruff. And a lion says roar. Are you ready? You're going to need your hands on this one. Now, I'm sitting at a table, so I'm going to pat the table. You can pat your lap, pat your legs, okay? Are you ready? This one's called I'm a Ducky, You're a Ducky. We're just going to pat. Ready? I'm a ducky, you're a ducky, we are duckies all, and when we get together, we do a ducky call. Quack, 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 quack. Quack, 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 quack. Ready for the doggy? I'm a doggy, you're a doggy, we are doggies all, and when we get together, we do the doggy call. Ruff, 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 ruff. Ruff, 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 ruff. Now our last animal is the lion. Are you ready? I'm a lion, you're a lion, you're a lion all. When we get together, we do a lion call. Roar, 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 roar. I hope you enjoyed the story time as much as I did, boys and girls, and come see us at Decatur Public Library.